I'm back at it. Now I was trying to test out some hairstyles like on some drawing them. So now I'm about to delete all this. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to delete all of this. Just like I could actually keep the top, but I'm gonna just delete it anyway. I'm deleting all of it. But I was watching something. And now I'm gonna have to. I was thinking about making it. I was basically gonna talk about MMOs. But then I saw something. And it's just like I could just never get this issue addressed. So I'ma just, even though I did talk about it before, but I mean I might as well just kind of say something again on another video. But like right now, I'm gonna just talk about MMOs. Cause I just recently saw, and it's this dude. I think his name is, oh, what is his name? He seems like a cool dude. He seems cool enough. But usually when I get involved in these dudes, like these random dudes on YouTube, then they turn crazy in the end. Well, I think his name is MMO Bite. And he seems like a cool dude. But like I said, he seemed like he might later slip up and say something crazy. Then I'm gonna be like, oh, see, this is what I get for trying to, look at other, newer YouTubers. But I mean, he's not new, but I mean, he's new to me. But anyway, I recently saw I just recently saw this MMO. It's called, well, no, matter of fact, I didn't just see this, but it's Lost Ark, and I was like, damn, like I want to play it, but they don't have that in they don't have it in English. And I'm like, that's fucked up. But it's just like Terror. First of all, I always wanted to play Black Desert and Blade of Soul. This was like years ago. And then I was like looking into Black Desert, and they was like creating like all these different people and everything. I'm like, damn, man, it looked just like them. And so Black Desert was kind of modeled like it was basically kind of modeled like a big character creator, basically. And so I was like intrigued by that. I was like, oh, that's cool. That's what I want to play. And I want to play Blade and Soul. Now my friend, he played it. But because I was in another state at the time. But that's what I wanted to play. I was like, yeah, Blade and Soul. Because I'm a fan of the dude that actually does the art for that. Because I think he did like War Genesis and Magna Carta. I didn't play that. But I was, like I said, I was a fan of the dude's art style. So I was like, oh, this Blade and Soul. This looks cool. And that's kind of what I wanted to get into. But it was like, they didn't put them on systems, and I didn't have a PC at the time. And I'm not going to put it on this PC because I'm up here working on the game. So I was like, damn. So when was that? Like maybe I think like 2019, they finally put Black Desert on PlayStation, but I played Terra first, and I was like, it was kind of too complicated because I like from an RPG to an MMO. I mean, it almost seems like you will have an easy time, but it's kind of like, yeah, it's too much stuff on the screen. I was like, Terra, I was playing it for a little while, only got up to level 10 on my character. I think it was level, it was lower than 10. So I was like, you know what, whatever. And then, you know, Black Desert came out, so I was like, you know what, let me actually try to give MMOs a chance. And I actually stuck with it and liked it, but they never put Blade and Soul on the whatchamacall on PlayStation, which I kind of find odd because, to my knowledge, those were like the two biggest ones. And if one did it, the other one seemed like they would have followed suit. So I was like waiting for Blade and Soul, but they never did. And now I'm seeing Lost Ark. Cause I seen Lost Ark when it kind of came out, but I never really paid that much attention to it until like maybe like last week. And so I was like, yeah, like, cause dude was playing it, so I'm assuming like, okay, cool, like it's out. But then he's talking about you got to get like a NordVPN and all this crazy shit, cause to get the Russian version and to get it in English. I'm like, this just seems like too much work. And then they're coming out with an English like variant, like I guess soon this year, but it's still not on PlayStation. You know what I mean? Like if this stuff was on PlayStation, then it'll be like better. You know what I'm saying? But they just never want to put this shit on PlayStation hardly. And I'm surprised, like I said, because of Black Desert, it seemed like a lot of these like MMOs would just start basically doing it, because you know how it is with these companies. When one does it, they all got to do it. And so I'm just like surprised that, you know what I'm saying, like these companies just haven't followed suit yet. But yeah, I like the whole MMO thing is cool. I like MMOs. Like I said, I got 3 characters on Black Desert, and each one of them is over 50. So I'm like I said, it's cool when you finally get into it. But it's just like, and then Final Fantasy 14 came out. Then it was like, like I said, the art style for me for Final Fantasy Online, like what was it, 14, is kind of like, you know, I like it like looking a little bit more realistic, not 100% anime, just for MMOs for some odd reason. You know what I'm saying? But like, but I like Blade and Soul though. But it's just, I don't know, like Final Fantasy. Now, I played what's it called? Comrades. I played a little bit of that, but it wasn't hardly anybody to play with. So I just said, fuck it. But from what I remember, I like how that looked. But like I said, I mean, like getting a whole separate PC for like gaming, I don't know, bro. I should, but I really don't. Nah, I don't know. But like I said, like these MMOs are cool. But I might get into it somehow. Like, but like I said, if these games would start getting on like console, it wouldn't be an issue. And they don't have any like variants of these type of games on console either. So that sucks ass. You know what I'm saying? But I wish they did have like other variants that's like that. Cause I'll be playing them. But then, like I was saying in my last video, it's just like, I don't know, these games though. Wait a minute, hold up. Before I go in, because I took the snapping off, and I don't want these braids to really be floating. See, look at that. It would have been floating. I mean, I gotta take these. I mean, they gotta come off anyway. But they're supposed to come off at the end. But yeah, like these, like I said, these MMOs. See, that's what I'm saying. Like I've said this before. Like if I was gonna move to another country, it would be 2 major places only because of what I'm doing. Like with the whole like manga and then this. It would be Japan or South Korea. Just like I said, just off of what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Cause I mean, I like making this shit. Like this doesn't feel like a chore or work to me. You know what I mean? It's just the whole creative process. It's just like some real cool shit. What's this? 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Yeah, it's just some cool shit to do this. Nah, bro. And then in my last video when I was working on this braid, it was just like I said, I was saying I was experimenting with it. And now I'm kind of like, I drew it out on this envelope. But see, now I'm kind of, now I need, it's like a dilemma I'm facing. It's just a dilemma. And it's about her sister or sisters when they become her age. Like I'm trying to think about giving her this type of hairstyle. But I mean, I could still like work with this. But now it's kind of like, I don't know, like the styles, I don't want them to be too similar. But I want to give her this one. It's just, I mean, this is like what they call good problems. That's basically what I'm having right now. Because it's just like, should I give her this style and she just only has this style? Or should I give her sister this style? And that would be like the thing for her sisters. So it's like, it's just kind of like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm trying to do this kind of quick. Just because I messed up the first time. Well, like I said, it wasn't that I messed up. Like I said, I was just experimenting with this anyway. Wait a minute, let me drag these down. But yeah, my other video though, cause I got a problem. I got a problem going on. But I'm just, because I've been asking people a lot, you know, about this subject, but nobody's really saying nothing back. And you know, one of my dudes, he was saying like, oh, he claimed that he hasn't seen the shit long enough to have a problem with it. But I'm like, oh, so it's just like whatever. So I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I gotta say that, man. I gotta get this off my chest. Cause I just think it's just too. It's just too much. It is too much. And since we're all trying to like, you know, come together and heal each other and all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, then let's have these conversations and hear each other out and let's really do some healing. But I got my theories on that though. Oh man, I gotta do this all over again. I mean, it's not a problem, but it's just, I wish I would have known the future. Oh, I wish I would have known the future, bitch. Knowing the future is much needed. LP. Oh, dude. I can't remember this dude's name. I think his name is Emmanuel. I think that's his name. And he sound like he's saying Lucas Arts or something. He's saying something. But he saved my ass with these braids. I mean, dude. He saved my ass. I mean, because I was so frustrated when I was trying to figure out how to do this shit. Man. But my man helped my ass. He hooked me up. But hell yeah. Now, how did? No, never mind. Never mind. Cause it doesn't matter. Cause I know some braids are bigger than others, but it doesn't matter which one. Like where I'm gonna start off with, as long as there's like a pattern going. Let me see. And I'm sitting up here not saying too much, but like I said, I want to just not start a whole nother video and just get it in. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna just stick to the MMO topic. I'm gonna just stick to that now, cause some of the things, like, I don't know why some of these games, like these days, these games have a lot of RPG elements to them. That's out these days. They have a lot, and there's a difference between an MMO and an RPG. But it seems like games, when you level up your character, that's almost like RPG elements to them. But it's like these games don't want to call themselves RPGs, even though they're doing a lot of RPG shit in them. And I'm just kind of like, you know what I mean? Because I remember before, like, they were saying, like, this popular YouTuber, and he was talking about, like, GTA, and he brought up the fact that GTA was somewhat supposed to be more role playing than how it is now. And then, like, you see the video, you kind of be like seeing how the old, how like GTA kind of started off, and I'm kind of looking at it like, yeah, I mean, again, it has a lot of, I mean, even now, like, you leveling up and you can only get certain weapons and clothes at a certain point. I mean, that's RPG shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, GTA 4 wasn't like that. You just go around, like, fucking people up online at first. So now it's just like, I don't know, these companies, like, it's almost like they're trying to not say they're RPG, but, and then kind of distance themselves from it, but do the RPG shit. Like, I don't know, man. Cause I mean, me personally, I mean, I just think it's cool, and plus you already leveling up characters, so it's like, fuck it, you just might as well just go all in and just actually say you want to, like, everything is an RPG. I mean, you got skill trees. You see what I'm saying? Like even mine. But see, yeah, even mine, to be honest, it has like, cause I made a skill tree. And you get certain shit, like certain perks at a certain point. Cause one of my favorite games is Final Fantasy VII, and just the whole like Final Fantasy like style of game. So I never was like I wouldn't be trying to like hide and run away from the shit. It'd be like, I got a lot of my influences like from Final Fantasy. I ain't gonna sit up there and like not like be inspired by that shit, because the shit is cool. I just don't like the time period of like some Final Fantasy games, like 9, 12. You know, kind of like that medieval shit. But then it's kind of like where you play Black Desert is like that. Yeah. See, the thing that like made it cool is the magic to the shit. Like if it was just a game and it was just like you just in some medieval period, nah. Like I never seen Game of Thrones, could just be, you know, I didn't have cable when it was hot. And then it's just like I just don't like that period, that medieval shit. You know what I mean? I mean, there's like no shade on it, but it's just not cool enough. You know what I mean? It just gotta be rather in the far back it can go is like the 80s or the 90s. You know what I'm saying? If you kind of going, the further back you go, it's because you take out all the cool shit. You know what I mean? Like you start like the cars start looking bad, or there are no cars. Period. You see what I'm saying? Or like, you know, like a horse and wagon. That shit ain't cool. But see, how Black Desert did it. I mean, you could like make your armor different colors and. You know, it got magic. It got something in it. It has something about it. It's not just straight up medieval shit. Just, you know what I mean? It has something alluring to it. Cause I remember telling this dude this about that same thing. But it has something to do with movies. And he wasn't getting this shit at first, and I kept telling him, I'm like, look though, that's a whole nother conversation, Like he just wouldn't get this simple concept because he was studying to write movies. He's the one that got me into script writing in the first place, and I was like, cause I had my novel out. And he was like, oh, cool. So, you know, you will know how to, you know, write a movie script. And I was like, I mean, I could write stories. So it was like, you know, cool. Like, all right, I get into it. And he, you know, gave me the program and what I needed. And I was looking at it. And I was like, oh, yeah, this is all you do. You know what I mean? Like interior, exterior, and all that shit. Know when to cut to, whatever scene. You know, I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I was telling him about this concept about certain movies. And he just seemed like he just wasn't getting this shit. And I'm like, my man, it is real easy to do this. And like I said, anyway. But yeah, like those time periods in like Final Fantasy 16, I'm already like, you know what I'm saying? I'm already looking at 16 funny style. I'm just already looking at 16 funny. Yeah, I'm looking at 16 real funny. But I wish they would have done a better job with 15. But woo, anyway. But like I said, these games, I mean, don't be afraid. I mean, all these games are like RPGs and shit. You level up. I mean, why are you afraid to say something about like the genre is in? Wait a minute. I should make these braids a lot thinner. See, this is the part I need to concentrate on. This is it. I mean, but I was doing this shit like in the last video pretty quick. Seeing how the ends are round, I have to go into particle edit mode. And I have to, like, you know, straighten them out. But I'm just doing this for now. And then I know that I could copy it and just move it over. But see, the reason why I don't copy them and move it over to the same, like, you know how these are supposed to look, like this is supposed to look exactly like this. These two are supposed to look the same. The bigger ones are supposed to look the same. The one reason why I don't do it, but it wouldn't matter in the end because they all, like, I'm scaling them damn near the same anyway. But the reason why I don't duplicate them is because it has to look as if it was naturally braided. I mean, because it's just like if you braid it, you know, it's kind of like an like when you do piano riffs and like Fruity Loops or something like that. There's this thing on the piano keys at the bottom, and there's like these little sticks with little circles on top, and you could like raise them or like decrease them, and it kind of feels like the piano, like you're not hitting the keys exactly with the same strength, and it sounds more natural than if you just had the piano riff, or like you know, made your like you did it in piano roll and it was just all the keys was hitting exactly the same. See, it kind of feels more natural if you give it some variations of how the person like was playing the piano. So it's kind of the same thing. Like it will feel like some braids are slightly bigger than others because of somebody just like they didn't get all the hair between their fingers evenly like with the other one. So that's kind of what I was going for, but even still, once you know, once you do all the things about like the emit hair onto self and the hair fiber, add to hair fibers, is pretty much gonna be the same anyway. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't know if I didn't say anything. You would think I duplicated all of them, but I really, you know what I mean? So that's basically what I was going for. Why I never duplicate. Alright, let me save this. I mean, I'm not gonna, I don't know, because this is gonna take me a while to do the top. Yeah, you know what? You know what? Oh wait, I did the wrong one. See, I still don't think this worked out. I'm still having problems. This probably did not work out the way, or I have to change the 2 braids in the back. Like I said, we'll see. I mean, it's just the 2 braids, like the ones at the top. Yeah, it's the ones on the top. It's supposed to cut off here, but it's just like whatever. It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but whatever though. I mean, all I gotta, well, we'll see. Cause I never really moved them. Once I like set them, I never moved them. So it was just, it was always there. So I mean, I see if I probably don't have to change the whole, like delete them and then start over. But wait a minute. And then I gotta add all the hair between the braids. Yeah, this is gonna be a process. But I'm not gonna be on here like, I mean, when I do the next video, I'll just show like the finished part. Whenever I get the chance. See, this is gonna be the part where I add her bow. At the top. I mean, but basically this is finished. Because see, again, like we're talking about like RPG elements. Like part of like I was thinking about like when I was making, like her bow is somewhere in here. Like I'm trying to, because there's a few of them. Wait a minute. There's a few of them. Okay, this is one of them. This is one of the bowls. And then, because I think they're kind of like all over the place in here. Yeah, see, then one of them might be, yeah, okay. Then another one is here. And then there's another one. But I did like a whole file of just like bowls. Just a whole bunch of bowls. I looked them up and different like style of bowls. And I was just doing them. And so, like every time and this is just me, like, cause this was like the early stages. I can't even remember when I made these. And I was like, okay, if you find her bowl, like, it'll be like, I don't know, like whatever stat is tied to that bowl. That's RPG shit. You see what I'm saying? Like crit chance or whatever the case is. But but what I'm doing with my skill tree is like for more like, you know, different like HP, MP and all that shit. And weapons. Like, should I do, like, if you get certain clothes or certain clothing items, which I kind of had at first in the beginning, like, oh, if you get this, the magic boost will go up or something like that. I actually thought about that at first. Now, you know, time has changed. I don't know. Let's see. I gotta. Wow, really? How many subdivisions did I do? Shit. Damn. Wait. So I'm trying to do this all quick. Yeah, because I got to be conscious of what this bow is going to be at all the time. And it should be... It should be... What I need to do? Wait, nope. It should be sitting around here. See, and that's why I gotta move these two up here. Now, where's all these subdivisions at? Hold up. This one. What? So yeah, like I said with the bow, like I said, it's gonna be sitting here. Like around there. So when I actually like put the bow, it would just, you know what I mean? It will, like, I don't know where to put it at. It's here, then I could just adjust the hair, but I just have to imagine the bow is here. So it makes sense how the hair, like a ponytail, was falling. Now I gotta check these. I gotta check these. Like I said, I never moved them when they... Okay. Where's the thing? Yeah. Just in case. Like, I know I'm not saying nothing, but like I said, this, I never adjusted it. Because, I mean, once I know where the placement is, I mean, I just know and just be doing it. But, like, I never adjusted it afterwards. But you know what? I mean, if this doesn't crash on me, I just might as well. I just might as well just get started. Wait, how much time? Another 50-minute video. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stop right here because, like I said, I mean, I've done videos of the braids and shit. Yeah, I'm gonna just hold off. So I'm out of here. Yeah, I'm out of here. Money over stank hoes.